Hello everybody and welcome to Northeast Rails. Last weekend I was at my first train show 2025. I've got a couple engines and some other little things that I've been kind of needing to get for a while and just got lucky and came across a couple of them. Nothing really big, but we're gonna, no flashy intros or nothing this week. We're just gonna get right into her and go through all the stuff that I got and see how much of it works. Hopefully all of it works, but let's see. Okay, so here we are. The table here is a bit messy. Different than the unboxing areas that I had before because I have a monitor here now and trying to get that all set up. Anyway, I'll get that all fixed. Hopefully you can hear me okay because I'm on the DJI mic now. And well, let's get her rolling. So first off, really easy stuff. I've been looking for some new Ontario Northland boxcars in this paint scheme. There's dozens of paint schemes for Ontario Northland. This was like $3. Because it's not in very good shape. You know, it's missing wheels, which doesn't matter because I can put metal wheels on anyway. It's the body mounted coupler, or body Talgo truck couplers, sorry. Jeez. That, you know, that doesn't matter because they're going to be body mounted anyway, so all that stuff's coming off. I can put weights in it. That'll fix all that stuff up. But so it looks good, and that's, the door is open and close on it. So, pretty happy with that. I think it was like $3. Up next, a couple bags of these really cheap cars. They're used for just filler and layouts, streets and stuff like that, or have a drive-in or something, you know, and you need cars for it. I think these were $2 a bag. Yeah, $2 a bag. Good enough. Always good to have a few extra of those around on hand. Far more important, though, in vehicles is are these two. These are in their die-cast metal, too, which is surprising. I needed some vehicles with the trailer hitches on them. I have a couple of trailers, but no hitched cars for it. So it doesn't really look right if you have them in like a campground or whatever, sitting next to the cars. So rather than trying to fabricate something on a, like in a 3D printer, I just was able to pick these up, and they look really good. You know, sunroofs and stuff, fairly good detail on them. A spot to put license plates on them. I have a bunch of license plate decals. Some point I'll get involved with that. It's a lot of work, but yeah, these look good. So maybe I'll put them down here. I don't know how well the camera's going to pick that up, but yeah, they look great. So that's another problem solved. And then we got this. So this was, he was originally asking $60 for it. Controller's in pretty good shape. Tech 3 MRC. So these are usually pretty expensive to get because they have the meters on them. Now I wanted one outside with meters on it. The volts and current are important on that outdoor layout because it's big and spread out, and you know there's going to be gaps where the voltage is all over the place, and it's good to find out stuff like that. Now I was going to hack something together on a controller, the one that I normally use. I've been using the Tech 2 for outside, and it just gets complicated. The voltage is easy, but the because you can just put it in through a rectifier. But for ammeter, you have to have something that goes bidirectional, and yeah, it's just a pain. So it's easier to just get this in the controller if you can get one, and I did at a good price, so I'm pretty happy with that. Now on to the big stuff. So we got right here AC 4400, I believe. Yep, my first one of these. CP in the paint, the good paint scheme is a modern paint scheme. Right before they merged with Kansas City Southern, and this is my second engine with that livery on it. But and I really like it. But let's pop it out of the box. Side says that it's DCC ready, so I don't know if that's 8-pin, 9-pin. I think it's prior to the 21-pin era that they use, like in the Genesis and stuff now. This is going to be a scary sound. Oh, come on. Oh, I hate opening these boxes like that. Because I'm a very clumsy person. And I always feel like I'm going to break it. Come on. Ooh. Scary sounds. All right. A little bit of a closer look on this. Yeah, that looks good. And surprisingly detailed for a non-Genesis. This is that little era between blue box and when they got to the higher end stuff. That looks great. Can't wait to get that on the layout later, and we'll see how that runs. I'm hoping it runs fine. I'm assuming it will run fine. All right, up next. This is important. So this is a GP35, I think. Says it's a GP7. Doesn't look like a GP7 to me, but okay. Oh yeah, I guess the high nose. So I do a lot of stuff with BAR, not B and R. It's Bangor and Aroostook Railroad, because that is, well, the title of this channel is Northeast Rails, obviously. There's stuff in the Northeast. Come on, baby, out without breaking it. Thank you. And this is the correct paint scheme for this. You'll see why that matters in a minute. So they had a couple different paint schemes. One of them was the black, orangish red, and the gray. And then they went to the blue and gray, and then they went to all blue at some point before they merged with, I think, Maine, M&R something, Montreal, Maine, and something else. I don't know. The one that had the explosion in Lake Megantic. That wasn't good for that. Anyway, so I'm looking for an engine. I don't have any BAR engines, and this is my first one. So I'm pretty happy with that. Looks like it's in great shape. Wheels seem like they're in really good shape. I don't see anything really missing except potentially the back. And I think, yeah, no, the parts for that are actually here. So doesn't seem to be missing anything. It's an Atlas engine. They're pretty reliable generally. So I'm confident that will work quite well. I don't really want to force that back in the box. All right, I'm just going to put that aside for a moment. And then we'll go with the mystery box. Okay, so this is another, supposed to be Bangor and Aroostook Railroad. It's also in a Kato box, but it says it's a Union Pacific. It's clearly not a Union Pacific. And the interesting thing really here is that this was not a paint scheme of Bangor and Aroostook Railroad. Underneath that, it looks like, apparently it is a Kato. So it is a Kato, which is surprising. Maybe this was originally a Union Pacific. I don't think so. And somebody modified it. But anyway, this is what would be typically a CP paint scheme or livery. And they never had this color. So there was a railroad here in the Northeast called the Canadian American Railroad, oddly enough. And they did use this paint scheme, but they didn't have engine 300. Engine 300, assuming they were keeping the correct engine numbers, was a valid engine. I think it was GP35, GP38. I can't remember off the top of my head. I can never remember the two of them from the looks of those, but it's one of those two. So the number is right and the model is right, but the colors are wrong. But nice try on whoever did that. It really does look nice. I guess it just gives me a fancy engine. I don't really care. It looks good. So, and it's going to be a Kato. It's a Kato, so it's going to run good. I'm quite confident of that. I didn't think that this was actually going to be a Kato since there's so many other things that were mystery about it. But it looks like it is. So we'll find out soon enough. Now, speaking of Kato, we have another one here. This is a Great Northern, and this is a GP35. And I also have another Great Northern engine, but it's just a dummy engine. So now I have a running engine, a powered engine, in the paint scheme that I like with it. And again, 3036. I didn't look up to see if that's the correct number. Since it's from Kato, I assume the road number is accurate. They're usually quite good about their stuff. So yeah, I don't see any damage on it. There's nothing missing. Wheels are in good shape. So I'm also confident when this one here will run as well. And I can't wait to see it. This is also, all these Kato things are likely DCC ready. They usually take the 8-pin. I'm running out of decoders, but I did get a couple new ones there from Canadian Locomotive Logistics. He's a vendor for TCS, and I like TCS decoders. Kind of consider them like one step above Digitrax, but not as good as like ESU and Soundtrax and stuff like that. So we'll give that a shot and see how that runs. And I'm quite happy with that, but not as happy as I am with the last thing. And a bit of cheating on this one. I did test this one because I was so looking forward to it when I got it. This is a custom paint job someone did of a, what was that, GP30 or GP35. Anyway, the number for this engine, 9802, I did look it up in the roster. It is accurate for whatever model that is. I can't remember off the top of my head now. But Maine Northern. So I have an NB Southern version. This is from basically a local shortline railroad here, not far from where I live. And there's three versions of this. They have the NB Southern, the Maine Northern, and Eastern Maine. And I'm trying to get all of them. And I actually have been working on doing one of them myself, a couple custom fantasy ones with numbers that aren't valid. And just to see how that goes. They'll probably be in a future video at some point if I ever finish those projects. They've been going on for months. But I'm very happy with this. This is rigged for slow running. It's a blue box, but wow, I don't know what they did with it, but it runs slow. Like it, and but it looks great. So I'm really looking forward to getting that on the track and showing you guys this one. So let's, that all said, that's the end of the haul of the lot. Let's get things on the track, fired up and running, and see how they all look. So this is the AC4400 CP. Everything's in DC right now. I'm going to just do some walking here, thankfully for the mic. You can now hear me while I'm walking away from the camera. So let's fire her up a bit and see what happens. Yeah, seems to be running okay. And give her a little bit more juice. Try to get this positioned somewhere in the middle. Unfortunately, my DC controllers are at the other far end of the layout, so there's a bit of lag between when I can actually touch things and get them controlled. Yeah, lights on. It's good. I'm going to swing this around the corner here and then back it up and see if the rear light works good. I'm assuming there's directional lighting on it. We'll stop that. We'll flip that direction back around and we'll back her up. And there is rear lighting on it. It's nice and smooth. Pretty happy with that. Looks great. Okay, up next we have the Bangor and Aroostook Railroad, BAR, with the logo right here on the side. And I have a camera position so it's in a little better angle this time, assuming the direction's correct. Move this forward. It is running. That's at 50% throttle. So I don't know if this has been geared down or maybe it's just supposed to be like that. We see that after it comes out from behind the buildings. Well, that's very interesting. That's at 50% power, and she is a slow runner. Wow. Okay, well, it'll be interesting once I get that onto into DCC to see how that ends up performing. Now let me try turning that around. Oh, you're getting away from me there. Back you come. Do not see a rear light on it. And for that matter, I didn't see a front light on it either, but it does work in both directions. Slowly and quietly. There does not appear to be lights on this. Okay, well, it is what it is. I can always add lights when I'm doing the DCC conversion with it. So that's that. Now on to the next one. All right, so we have the second Bangor Roosthook in the livery that isn't quite realistic. It's a Canadian American or a Canadian Pacific, one or the other. Let's see if she runs as good as it looks, though, because it does look fantastic. Oh yes, and the light is working perfectly too. And it's another really smooth runner. These are really great. I really love Kato engines. They're just spectacular. You can see that light on there now. We'll take it over here and back that up. And I'm assuming there's a rear light. Let's find out. Oh, it even slows down smooth. Beautiful. And there is a rear light. You should see that coming to the camera in a couple seconds once it comes around the corner. Of course, I have the whole layout flooded with light, so it might not be all that detectable. Once I get these, just do some actual running trains nights on them at some point. That'll be more visible. I'll be able to focus a little closer with the cameras that are near the layout. So that is number 3. Now we'll get on to the next engine, Great Northern. So here we are with the Great Northern. Another beauty from Kato. Let's do a little walkie-walkie here. Oh, I can't wait till these are all DCC, so I have to keep walking over here. All right. Uh-oh. Voltage, but no current draw. Let's just do a little tappy-tappy and see what happens. Tappy-tappy. No? No dice. Well, that's a bummer. Maybe this is already DCC. Let's flip things and see what happens. Oh, that would be unbelievable if this was actually DCC. 3036. All right. Surely I can't be that lucky. I just don't have that kind of luck. Everybody can see that. Loco 3036. Unbelievable. I think I paid $80 for this. Wow, it's ever smooth. That is beautiful. Too bad there's no sound. No? 2? No. But it's running great. There's the light on. There's the light. Stops pretty smooth. Are there any other lights? 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, guess not. But wow, look how smooth that is. That's on 1 right now. Beautiful. Okay, well, only one remaining then. And that would be potentially my favorite. So let's get that fired up. Okay, Maine Northern. I'm going to start this out. See how smooth this goes. Look at that. Oh, you know what? I guarantee that that is actually DCC. No DC system is going to start out with a momentum like that. It's just not going to happen. So once this comes around, I'm going to fire this up in DCC and see what we got. Could I really be that lucky that I get 2 in a row? I didn't even think of that before when I was trying this the other night. And I wish I could do 2 angles at the same time with this. Okay, let's shut that down. Let's shut down quickly. Fire up DCC. Engine number on that appears to be, oh man, got my glasses on. Hang on. 9802. So we'll do Loco 9802. Indeed, it is DCC. I can't believe I lucked out. Two in a row. Don't believe that there's any lights on this one either, though. So it is what it is. But that's okay. I'm not going to mess with it because the caretaker that basically set this up before me did such a spectacular job of that system, of that engine, that I'm not going to play with their handiwork. I like it just the way it is. Look at that beauty coming in here nice and slow. All right, let's slow you down. Nice momentum in slowing down. Turn you around. Back you up. Just double checking, yeah, there's no light. Oh, that's okay. That is okay. So smooth. There's the other engines from today. And one more time, we'll bring that into shot up in front here. Nice and slow. Well, that's it for the train show haul there. It was in March of 2025. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking around. Whenever I get a shot in that has all of them at the same time. I know a lot of people do like the DD40. I'll get that back on the track at some point too. But there we have the ones from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 engines. 2 of them ended up being DCC already. And you know what? I'm going to probably try the other ones to see if any of the other ones are also DCC. I doubt it. That would be really pushing my luck. But I am going to try that off camera and see how it goes. But thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already subscribed. And like this video, please. If you don't like the video, feel free to press the dislike button twice. But do leave me a comment, please, as to why, because negative feedback is as important as positive feedback. If I did something wrong, like I know I have the camera down in one section over there at one point, but the engine was over. I don't have enough cameras at the same time to be able to do that right now. And if it was DCC, that wouldn't be a problem, but in DC, my controller is on the other side, underneath this board right over here somewhere. In fact, you know what? I'm going to just show you what that looks like. There's my DCC, Prodigy Advance. Switch to go back and forth between DCC and DC using the Control Master 2 for DC. I'm going to shut that off now. And there's my DC meters, voltmeters up top, up here, ammeters down here. Some switches and stuff like that that's not completed yet because the surface of the layout board isn't complete yet. But I do have a neat little lighting set up here for be able to see that in the dark. So once again, thanks for watching.